Hi, my name is Cheryl O'Donnell. I'm with USDA APHIS PPQ in San Diego, California. I'm an area identifier there. My discipline is in entomology, and I'm a specialist in Thysanoptera systematics and taxonomy. Today we're going to discuss separating the Thysanoptera order into two suborders using a hand lens or a dissecting microscope. The characters that we will discuss are very simple and very few, but they will help you to identify the two suborders in recently collected specimens. On the left hand, you'll have the Tubulifera, and on the right, the Terebrancha in all the slides. I'd like to point out in this slide the wing position at rest on the two suborders. You can see on the left-hand side, Tubulifera, the wing position is one on top of the other, whereas in Terebrancha on the right, you'll see that the wings are side by side at rest. In addition to those characters, you will also be able to see that there are wing veins in the Terebrancha wings, and there are really no wing veins at all in the Tubulifera. In this slide, you can see the abdominal segment number 10, and in Tubulifera, it's a tube-shaped, whereas in Terebrancha, it is cone-shaped. In addition to that, a lot of times you can also see the ovipositor in the Terebrancha at this dissecting scope level. It is a saw-like in the Terebrancha, and it is shoot-like in the Tubulifera. And one way I like to remember this is by noting that in Tubulifera, they lay their eggs on top of the leaf, whereas in Terebrancha, they lay their eggs inside the leaf, so they cut in with the saw-like ovipositor. In our video demonstrations, we will include several families. In the following groups, Tubulifera will include the Phlaeothripidae, which comprises of about 3,000 species, most of which are fungal and moss feeders. They are also phytophagous, and there are many predators. In the Terebrancha group, there are three families that we will cover in our demonstrations. Thripidae, which has about 1,700 species, most of which are plant pests, and all of the virus vectors are included in that group. We will also include Alothripidae, which has about 250 species, and which most are predators or plant pests. In addition, we will include Heterothripidae, including 61 species, most are plant pests. This is a list of our collaborators for this project. We would like to have any questions that you might have.
Do all Tubulifera have a long tube, which is a defining characteristic?
All right. The long tube on a Tubulifera is generally the defining character between the two suborders. However, that being said, the tube can be very short and misleading. But for the most part, the tube is a defining character between the two suborders.
Are Tubulifera always dark and Terebrancha always light in body color?
No, it is not true that Terebrancha are always light, and it is not true that Tubulifera are always dark. There are sexual dimorphisms, males being lighter than the females when there are dark females, but there are also light specimens of Tubulifera. Not very often. Most of the time they are very dark specimens. Terebrancha have both dark and light, bicolored, of all different variations. So you can have a series of one species like Franklinella occidentalis that have both dark and very, very light specimens.
Okay. So what's the difference between the microtrichia and the setae on the wing?
Setae are actually on the wing veins, whereas the microtrichia are on the wing surface itself. They're not in a composite along the wing vein or on the wing edge. So there's three types of setae on the wing. Microtrichia, very short, spine-like, on the wing surface, and then there are setae on the wing veins and cilia on the wing's edges.